We're watching Friday Night Live, sponsored by Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities.
Hey, welcome to Friday Night Live. I'm Adrian Luevino. It's time for week 2 of the playoff football in Kern County. Division 1 got started tonight. Liberty earned the 4th seed in the bracket. They hosted Clovis in the first round. The computer rankings gave the edge to Liberty, and this one was a shootout. All it took was 4 plays for the Patriots to score. Jason Oliver powers his way into the end zone for 6, but the Cougars answered back with an 89-yard touchdown by their quarterback, Nate Johnson. The Utah commit gets the Liberty defense to bite. He is gone. Johnson is one of the fastest players in the state. This one is tied up at 7 in the middle of the first. We mentioned that offense was king in this one. Carson Woods throws across his body to Luke Wattenberger. He looks like he is stopped, but somehow the senior breaks through the entire Clovis defense. He goes 52 yards for the touchdown. The Cougars get back in the score column towards the end of the first half. Tristan Risley scores on 4th down, but Liberty holds off Clovis in the second half. The Patriots will play Buchanan in the semifinals. Garces traveled to San Joaquin Memorial in Fresno. Holy Bowl Round 2 playoff edition. They're trailing 21-3. They go for it on 4th down inside the red zone, but the Panthers stop them. Later, Brandon Ramirez takes the rock and watch him fly up the field. But check out this effort by the Rams corner, Jaden Hollis. He doesn't quit on the play and takes down Ramirez just short of the goal line. He was down as well. SJM would punch in the score later in the drive. Donovan Harris weaves his way into the end zone for a touchdown. The Panthers run away with this one, taking down Garces 35-10. The Rams finished their season 6-4 with their first ever appearance in the Division 1 bracket. Wasco was looking to keep their Division 2 Cinderella run alive. The undefeated Tigers traveled to number 6 Frontier. The Titans took care of Sanger with their defense last week, and they're going to do it again this week because John Appleton is back there surveying the field too. Look at him. He's going to come up with the interception in the back of the end zone. And on the next play, Vincent Igua rolls out and launches a ball deep downfield. It goes over the entire Tigers defense. Mason Tapia is gone to the house. What a start to the second half for the Titans. Mark that down as an 80-yard touchdown pass. Frontier goes up by 20, and on their next drive, they'll do it all on the ground. Igua keeps the ball, gets the first down the sidelines. He's inside the 10, and he's going to score a couple plays later on the QB sneak. Frontier hands Wasco their first loss of the season. The Titans move on to the next round with a 35-point shutout. Staying in D2, Bakersfield is looking to advance to the semifinals for the first time in 4 years, and they did just that. They pick up the 28-16 win over the Mission Prep Royals. Bakersfield Christian is the last team from Kern County in Division 3. They went to Strathmore for this quarterfinal game. The Eagles were trying to get their offense going. Dylan Johnson makes the catch, goes upfield, but the Spartans strip the football and recover inside the red zone. Jalen Oates surveys the field, goes outside the pocket, sends a ball into the end zone. 3 Eagles right there, but it somehow ends up in the hands of Manuel Andrade for the touchdown. Eagles respond on the ground with Nathan Perez. He rumbles his way down to the 10-yard line. BC get the first down, and David Bonales scores a short yardage TD with a run play right there. The Eagles knock off the Spartans 29-19. They travel to Dinuba next Friday with a chance to clinch a spot in the Valley Championship. Hey, we still have more highlights and scores on FNL. We go to Division 4, 5, and 6 after the break. Don't change that channel. Hey, welcome back to Friday Night Live. We jump to Division 5, where both Ridgeview and North upset teams in the first round last week. The two met up with a spot in the semifinals on the line. Ridgeview beat the number 2 seed San Luis Obispo in overtime. Andres Rivera connects with Jesus Azares for the first down. Later in the drive, Rivera is going to call his own number. He cuts to the outside, and no one is going to touch him. The Wolfpack add 7 to their lead at halftime. North battles battled back with their run game. The running back who isn't on the Max Preps roster gets the handoff. He breaks through a crowd of defenders, and believe us, he's going to score for the Stars. Saying hi to everyone on the sidelines right there, too. Reggie continues to upset teams in D5. The Wolfpack get to the semifinals with a 41-23 win. They will play number 3, Rigetti. Over in Boron, the Bobcats beat the Shafter Generals 50-33. They host Liberty in the semifinals next Friday because the Hawks upset top-seeded Emmanuel. In Division 4, Highland went to the coast to play top-seeded Nipomo, and they get a close win, 13-12. What a win for the Scots. And Tehachapi upset number 1 Bishop Union, or number 2, last week. They were in Fresno to play Roosevelt. Opening drive for the Rough Riders. Yuli Diaz makes an incredible play for the touchdown, so they go up 7-0. And hey, we want to give a shout out to Steven Silas, punting this one down at the 1. Punters are people too. Roosevelt backed up. Looks to be a safety here for the Warriors, but the refs blow it dead at the 2-inch line. Super close. Later in the drive, Benjamin Williams comes up with the deflection. Michael Jones grabs the INT. That was a top play nominee this week for top 3 on 23. Second quarter, A.J. Anderson runs into the end zone to tie it at 7, but it wouldn't be enough tonight. No upset for Tehachapi this week. The Rough Riders take down the Warriors 41-20. Foothill falls to Mendota 42-14 tonight, and Independence blows up Menachie 42-20. They are 1 win away from going to the Valley title game. Morro Bay hosted East Bakersfield in D6, but the Pirates get the win 36-33 over the Blades. And time for some more scores on FNL. Taft shows why they're the number 1 seed in the bracket. They get the win against Lindsay 26-14. The Delano Tigers lose to the Woodlake Tigers on the road. That was 28-14. What a week of playoff football. Big upsets all across the region. Division 1 was a fun one too, with Liberty winning. Now they got Buchanan, and we're not just done, all right? We're not done right here, all right? Look at that, BCHS cheerleaders. They're saying, hey, we want to see top 3 on 23. That's next. Stick around. Hey, now time for our favorite part of the show. Let's go to top 3 on 23.
Let's go.
Hey, thanks, Kristen. Starting with number 3, we go to Clovis and Liberty. The Cougars answered back with an 89-yard touchdown by their quarterback, Nate Johnson. The Utah commit gets the Liberty defense to bite on the read option. He is gone, one of the fastest players in the state. But they weren't getting that job with the win as Liberty comes out with that victory. And we're not done with that game. You know why? Because number 2 for our top plays, we mentioned that offense was king in this one. Carson Woods goes across his body to Luke Wattenberger. Looks like he is stopped in this pile. Not so fast. He breaks through and gets the touchdown. 52 yards for that score. Liberty takes down Clovis tonight. They play Buchanan next week. And the top play, Vincent Ayuga rolls out, launches a ball deep downfield, goes over the entire Wasco defense. Mason Tapia, see ya in the house. What a start to the second half for the Titans. Mark that down as an 80-yard touchdown pass. Frontier goes up by 20 points, and they shut out the Tigers for their win. Hey, that's all the time we have this week. Thanks for joining us on Friday Night Live. Notre Dame plays on our network tomorrow. Plus, the Runners have their home opener against Life Pacific. Have a great weekend and see you next Friday for more playoff football.